Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Channel 5 News at 9 o'clock with your anchor, Jake Burlingame. That is me, myself, Anyway, let's get right into our headline story. 3 witches have been sighted around the area of the recent battle. We are going to go to our live reporter, Matthew Albanese, with more on the story. Matthew?
Thank you, Jake. I'm here with Milroo, who said that he saw the witches. What did you see, Milroo?
Hi, my name is Milroo. I saw 3 witches walking Macbeth to Bay. Counted 3. I was scared. They were spitting out prophecies left and right. I didn't know what to do, so I ran. Let's go back to Jake.
I thought it was my job to say that.
Thank you, Matthew, and whatever your name is. Anyway, I have just received some huge breaking news from our eyewitness Drew that King Duncan, the King of Scotland, has lost his life. Now, we're going to go right to our live reporter, Matthew, again. I guess he traveled 1,000,000 miles per hour over to this new spot, but that's not the point. Let's go to Matt with more on this story. Matthew, take it away.
Thank you, Jake. I'm here at Inverness Castle, where King Duncan has been murdered. This is the home of the valiant and brave Macbeth. How could something like this happen here? Donalbain and Malcolm had fled the scene after the moment that they heard that their father had died. This makes them prime suspects in the murder, along with the servants, because they had daggers on them. Macduff was the first one to see this by himself, and he was terrified when he had said, "Oh, horror, horror, horror! Tongue nor heart cannot conceive or name thee." Macduff was so horrified by what he had seen that he could not tell anyone else in the castle. How could someone do such a thing? This murder is horrible indeed. Someone had broke open the Lord's anointed temple and stole thence the life of the building. Macbeth was so infuriated when he heard this that he had killed the servants on the spot. This is definitely tragic news. Now back to you, Jake.
Thank you, Matthew. That is definitely some incredible news. We're going to have more on that later. But anyway, let's go right to Drew for our feature story.
Good evening, Jake. Today our new king has been crowned. Macbeth will now take over as leader of Scotland. The witches prophesied this situation, and both fortunately and unfortunately, it came true. Macbeth himself, Thane of Cawdor, will be king. All hail Macbeth shall be king hereafter. As you can see, the witches prophesied it, and from what I hear, the people want it. The chants praising Macbeth can be heard from outside Inverness, and from what I understand, he is here to stay. With that said, some feel Macbeth has played foully for it. Is Macbeth in suspicion for the killing of this king? Is he here to stay? We will have more later. Stay tuned.
Thank you, Drew. Now, tonight's top story is also coming from Inverness, or King Macbeth's castle. Despite the drama and action going on in the castle at this very moment, there will be a celebratory feast for Macbeth being crowned King of Scotland. The feast will only be available to the finest lords and nobles across the land of Scotland. It is an event that you will not want to miss. Foods, drinks, and partying will be abroad. From a few of our inside sources, we have heard of some special guests at tonight's party as well. At the feast, you will be able to sit with the king himself, along with his wife. If he had been forgotten, it had been as a gap in our great feast, and all thing unbecoming. You can also meet Banquo and his son, once they get back from their horse ride, and other nobles such as Ross and Lennox. Again, do not miss this feast, because it will be extremely interesting, to say the least. Robert with our weather report. Robert?
Thank you, Jake. On the day that Macbeth and Banquo meet the witches, we had an area of low pressure which resulted in a storm. Today is the day of Duncan's death, and it and it is also an area of low pressure, which also resulted in a storm. During the day of Macbeth's feast, there's going to be an area of high pressure, which will result in a beautiful day. During Macbeth's coronation, there will also be an area of high pressure, which will also result in a beautiful day. Now back to you, Jake.
Thank you for tuning in tonight to Channel 5 News and Weather. Now, let's hear a word from our sponsors, and make sure to tune in every morning and night with top quality news and weather. Goodbye, everyone. Channel 5 News is brought to you by... Have you ever ended up like Duncan, where you have just fallen and you cannot get up?
Help, I've been stabbed and I can't get up.
Well, then a life alert may be for you. Let's see what happens when Banquo uses a life alert.
Help, I got stabbed and I can't get up. It worked. Hey, Macbeth. Oh, God.
Call 1-800-STAY-ALIVE. If you've been hurt like that, call 1-800-STAY-ALIVE. I repeat that, 1-800-STAY-ALIVE.
Once again, call 1-800-STAY-ALIVE today.